Hello everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Arpita.
Hi, Arpita.
Okay. So today only 2 person are there.
Mhm.
I guess rest are joining. They might be a little late. But two of them are not joining for sure.
Okay. So shall we start with the new topic or how it will be? Piksha, are you there?
Yes, Arpita.
So shall I start with new topic or because I think very less attendance today.
Where are the rest of those? Like, are they joining?
Prachi and Parveen are not joining. Rest, I guess they are. They might be little less
Oh,
because they just finished with the
okay,
syllabus.
okay. Okay, no worry. Arpita, what you do is right now you just continue with the questions, and once everything is there after like 15 to 20 minutes, then you start with the new topic. No worries, huh?
Okay. Okay, fine. So
Okay.
let me ask few questions today. So you guys has read properly? Any doubt?
I haven't gone through the PDF, Arpita, yet. So, not sure about that.
Okay.
What?
Still, I'll ask you question. Let's see how much you can able to answers. So, can one of you anyone tell me what is data warehouse?
It's like data warehouse is it was subject oriented. It is non volatile. It is integrated, time variant and collection of data for management for decision making process.
Okay. Can anyone? Devina, can you tell?
Could you repeat that again? I just joined, Arpita. I'm sorry. Are
Okay,
you
okay.
ask Are you asking about data
What
warehousing?
is data warehouse?
Uh, um, Data warehouse is I'm sorry, I don't remember, Arpita.
Any one of you?
Data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, non-volatile, and time-variant data which is used for decision-making process.
Okay. Why we need data warehouse?
To analyze and get the reports.
For?
To analyze the data and get the reports by using the data warehousing.
Okay. Anyone else?
Data warehouse stores data from before, like historical data. So we have like records right from like a certain period of time till the present.
Okay. Anyone else? Guys, you all are not at all reading. This is not done. You should read every day. At least 10-15 minutes you spend what I have teach you the same day. If you read, then it will be effective. Okay, anyways, what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP? Namrata, can you say what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP?
Sorry, Arpita, I didn't read, Arpita, actually.
Okay, I'll tell. I am giving you today's time. Tomorrow you all should read and come. I'll ask few questions. Then only I'll start the class. Okay.
Yes, for sure. Arpita.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
Arpita.
fine.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Let's start with the like today I will teach you some important functions which we'll be using in ETL testing. So today we'll start that one. So before that, let me explain you about normalizations and the type of normalizations. Then we'll go for the different string functions. Today we'll be covering that much only. Let me share my screen. I will be showing you one ETL flow. Either it can be SSIS or ADF. Let me see which will be convenient for me. I have not used SSIS long back. So let me see if it is working in my system or not. If it is not working, then I'll show you in ADF. The end-to-end flow I'll show you. Probably this week or next week. Let's see how we are doing it. Accordingly, I'll show you. Let's start with the normalization. So what is normalization? Can anyone see what is normalization? Guys, can anyone say what is normalization?
Yes, Arpita.
Okay. Go ahead.
Database normalization is the process of removing the redundant data. Do I need to read it?
No. You don't need to read it. You know what is normalization, then you can say.
Yeah, to remove the redundant data.
Okay. Basically, database normalization is the process to remove the redundant data to increase the efficiency of database. It will increase your scalability, integrity of the database. So basically, normalizations is of three types: 1NF, 2nd NF, 3NF, and BCNF. So what is 1NF? If we'll see over, so who discovered this normalization? It was discovered by Edgar F. Code. He is basically established this normalization form. It is of three types: 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, and BCNF. So these are basically, we say that BCNF is the Boyce code normal form. So then what is the first NF? What is first NF? If you'll see in this table, we have title, author 1, author 2, ISBN, subject, pages, and publisher column in this particular table. But if you'll observe, we have two columns for the author. That is the violation of first normal form. What is first normal form? First normal form is basically, it is like this cell should contain a unique set of values. Single shed should not contain the multiple values, and repeating values are not allowed. Each cell should have the unique values. That is our first normalizations. But if you see here, I have two columns, author 1 and author 2 for the author column. So to avoid this, what we'll do? Why this table is not efficient? The first one, this table, because the table is not efficient with the storage. We have two columns for the same entities, author. Then the second is this design is not protect the data integrity. And third is the table doesn't scale well. So to avoid this, what we'll do? We have more than one author field, and our subject field contain more than one piece of information. See, subject field, it is this particular database table, database system concept. Author is the Balaguru Swami. Then again, Yasnathan Kartikan, and this ISBN is 70. And the subject, if you'll see, we have put MySQL and computer. So, as per the first normal form, every column should have unique values. But this is violating the first normal form. So, what we need to do? We need to put, we need to put the same these particular entities, like we'll be having one row as a MySQL, one row should be the computers, so that it will be following the first normal form. So what will be our output over here? If you'll see here, the author Balaguru Swami, then ISBN, then MySQL, same thing. Then again we are repeating the same values with the computers. So this is one more rules. So what is first normal form? First normal form is the where the each column should have the unique values. That is our first normal form. Now the second normal form. What is second normal form? Second normal form is it is a better solution to our problem would be to separate the data into the separate table, like author table and subject table, to store informations. Here we are separating the two author table and the subject table to build a unique data in the tables. So that is the first normal. Give me a time, guys. Someone is talking. Yeah. So what is second normal form now? The second normal form is it should follow the first normal form, in the sense the table should have the unique values. Then second normal form, what is second normal form? Second normal form is the table should not contain partial dependency. That is the second normal form. If someone will ask what is the second normal form, you should say that it should follow the first normal form. That is each column should have the unique value, and second normal form is the table should not contain any partial dependency. What do you mean by the partial dependency? Yeah, here you can see we have a subject table, MySQL, computer, author table, like author ID, last name, first name. Then I have a table called ISBN, title, pages, and publishers. This is my three tables. So if you'll go over here, each table has a primary key. Subject ID, it is a primary key. Author ID is a primary key in author table, and book ID, ISBN is a ID which is the primary key of the book table. Okay, so a primary key value, what is primary key? Primary key, it is a constant which generally contains the unique value, and it should not have a null values. And generally we use primary key to build the relationship between the two tables, two or more tables. You can build the relationship using the primary key. So here what is happening? Basically here, if we'll go over here, these all are primary key and each has unique value. Like subject ID, it is subject subject ID 1, the values is MySQL. Subject ID 2, the values is my computer. Author ID, it is Balaguru Swami. Author 2, it is Yashwant Kanitkar. Then book table, ISBN for 70, it is database concept. 40, it is operating concept. So this is there. So why we need primary key? To build the relationship between two tables. So if you'll see the ISBN, author ID, and if it is a book author table where you have ISBN, and here the author ID is there. But if you'll see for ISBN 70, we have author ID 1 and 2, and 40 again 1 and 2. And here subject ID is also 70, we have 1, 70 you have 2, and 40 you have 2. So as the first normal form deals with the redundancy of data across the horizontal row, and the second normal form deal with the redundancy of data across the vertical columns. The first normal form, what was there? For particular subject column, we are having two values, MySQL and computer. But so what we did to avoid that one, to avoid this, we have divided the same particular column, row into two two parts. Like one row we have put for MySQL information, the other row we have put the per computer. But in second normal form, if any anomalies is there in the vertical, in column label, if any anomalies is there, then that will be resolved in the second normal form. That is the second normal form it will. So what will be here? The publisher ID, publisher name, then ISBN. If you'll see book table, it is 7040 database concept, operating system 1168.994, then 11. This is this particular table has divided into two parts. So that is like publisher table, publisher ID, publisher name. So it is building relationship between two tables using publisher ID with these two tables. So if you'll join publisher ID with this publisher table, you will be getting all the details of the publisher ID. So for second normal form is there is no partial dependency between two tables. Coming to the third normal form, there is no functional dependency of non-key attributes on the something other than the candidate key. So what is non-key attribute? Every column would have one primary key and the others are called candidate key, or you can say it is called candidate key. If one primary key and rest of the key, whatever is there, that is called primary key. A table is in 3NF if all the non-primary key attributes are mutually independent. There should not be any transitive dependencies on this. So third normal form should follow both first and second normal form. First normal form is the each column should have unique value. The second normal form is there should not be any partial dependency between the tables. The third normal form is a table should be in 3NF if all non-primary key attributes are mutually independent and should not have any transitive dependency. So what this particular example of 2NF has failed to meet 3NF. If you can see, this is a tournament winner. This tournament are Indiana Open, Masters and all these stuffs. If you'll see, Indiana has 1998, 1999, then Indiana 1998, Fadrix, then 21st July 75. So we have two records for Indiana, one for 1998, 1998, and winners are also Fadrix and Mastersons. So if we'll go here, what we are doing it, we are dividing this particular table into two parts. What we are doing it, we are putting tournament winners in one tables, like till this we are putting in one table, tournament year, winner, we are putting in one table, and the next is player and winner date we are putting in one more tables. This is the player date of birth details. And this is the winner details. So how we'll be joining this table? So to avoid that particular transitive dependency, we divided this table into two parts like tournament year winner and here player and winner date of birth. So we'll be joining with this winner with the player table and we'll be getting the corresponding data. This is your third normal form.
Arpita, could you please go next row?
Yeah, third one.
Please repeat what is the first normal and second normal. We didn't get it. Shall I get it?
First normal form is every table, every column should have unique value. If you'll see over here, where is this? Yeah, if you'll see over here, if you'll see this particular table, right? Title is database concept, author is Balaguru Swami, author 2 is Yasnathan Karthikar, ISBN is 70, then subject is MySQL computer, pages is 1168, publisher is McGraw Hill. But if you'll see for the particular subject, it has two values in one particular columns, that is MySQL and computers. But first normal form says that each column should have unique values. But if you'll see, we have multiple values like MySQL is also there and computer is also there. So it is violation of first normal form. And we have two columns, author 1 and author 2, both are having for author we have two columns, so that is also violation of rule. So to avoid this, we have divided this particular
Two columns
row.
in author 1.
Pardon?
database and the operating system are the two columns.
No, database and operating systems are the different rows. It's not a column. This is
Yeah, it's
author,
rows.
author 2 are column, right?
Author 1 and author 2 are the two columns.
Columns, yes. And the subject, you see, we have two values, MySQL and computers.
Yeah, in subject there are two values, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
as per the first normal form, the single shell should not contain multiple value. The single cell should not contain multiple value.
Oh, okay. There
To
are two
avoid
values.
this,
So there are two values, but it should not have two values, only one
two
value.
values.
Either
Yes.
MySQL or computers.
Computers, yes.
So
To
it has-
avoid this, we have divided these particular things into the two parts. Like one row we are putting for MySQL. You see, all the values are same. Here database system, Balaguru Swami, Yaswant Kanitkar, 7070 MySQL computers. Here we are putting computer 1168 macroscale. All the values are same. Only we are putting these two values in the different columns.
Yes, but here
Means
only one.
increasing
It
the
contains
rows,
only
right?
one.
Yeah, different rows. Yes, what you are saying?
It has only one value here, like MySQL computers.
Yeah, that's what. To avoid this, we have split the data into two rows.
Okay, table 2.
Yeah, because if you go here it is single table has
Yeah.
two values, okay, and
One.
this author 1 and author 2 two columns are there, but it is the violation of the rules of first normal form. First normal form say the single shed should have unique values, but here if you'll see we have two values. So what we are doing, we are putting database concept. Let me put it in Excel so that you guys can easily understand. Okay. Let me take an example. What is there in this title, author, then author 1, author 2, next is ISBN, next is subject, next page is publisher. Okay. Title is DBMS. I'm just writing simpler one. Balaguru Swami. Yashwant Kanitkar. SVN is 70. Subject is SQL and my computer SQL and computer. Pages is 1168. Publisher is McGraw. Okay, so let's take only one example. So you can see here particular this subject column, this particular column, whichever I'm highlighting it, this column has two values. And if you'll see these particular this author column is divided into two, it is into two columns. Okay, author is into two columns, having two author values in two separate columns. And here subject is having one subject column has two values, but as per the first normalizations, so first normalization says what is the rule? A table is said to be 1NF. Table is said to be 1NF. And every shell should have unique value, should have unique value. This is the our first normal form. But if you'll see this particular cell E, it contains two values. So it is violation of first normal form. Clear or not?
Yeah. It should have
Okay.
only one unique value.
Values. So to avoid this, what we are doing? Just copy this. Avoid this, what we are doing? We are putting DBMS, Balaguru Swami. I need to avoid this particular column also I need to avoid. I do not want this column. This is also my violation of first normal form. So what I am doing? I am putting this particular author into two different rows. Then I am putting this is a 70. This is also 70. Then SQL I am putting over here. Computer I am putting over here. Then I am putting the pages same. And my publisher is also same. Anyone has any doubt till this first normal form?
No, Arpita.
Oh, Arpita.
So first normal form is every cell should have unique value. That should not be next point. You guys should remember it. It is very easy. Then remove repeating group from the table. Anyone will ask you what is the first normal form? You say the table is said to be 1NF if every cell should have unique values. Okay. This is for understanding. I'm rewriting it. Removing repeating properties of the group. Third one is we created separate table to avoid separate table for each repeating data. Okay. Any other example do you want me to give or you are good with this?
Understood, Arpita.
Good, Arpita.
Understood.
Okay. Now coming to the second normal form. What is second normal form? Second normal form is the, sorry. Second normal form. Second normal form, if anyone will ask, you say that the table is said to be in 1NF. It should follow the first 1NF condition. Said to be 1NF. And there should not be any partial dependency between the table. There should not be any partial dependency. For example, if we'll see, let me take one more example here. That is employee ID. Then department ID. Then the next is office location. Okay. So employee ID is E1, E2, E3, E4. And here department ID is D1, D2, M1, and T3. And office location is, you can put Pune, Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai. So what is here it is happening? This table we have composite primary key, that is employee ID and department ID. Unique, these two combination, it is identifying the unique records over here. So employee ID and department ID form office locations. It is a primary key, and this office location depends on these two values, employee ID and department ID, which is a part of primary key. So what is happening? We cannot put this. So we cannot put like this because there is a dependency. This office location depends on the two particular columns, that is employee ID and department ID. In this case, we need to split the data accordingly. How will split the data? Like you can see here, I will create two tables. Two, my is ED S1, employee ID 3, it is ED M1. This is also employee ID 4. Sorry. ED T3. And here in department ID table, let me put this. EDT1 is the office location is Pune. Then EDS1, it is Bangalore. EDM1, it is Delhi. And the other one is Mumbai. So here is department ID also I need to change. EDT1 it is like EDS1, EDM1. And it is ED3. So here you can see we are having one table, but these two tables used to give the unique data for this office location was depend on these two columns. So what we did to avoid any partial dependency, we divided this table into two parts. Employee ID and department ID is in one table, and department ID in office location in one table. Now this particular department ID is the primary key in this. It is like primary key of employee ID. Employee table is the employee ID, and department ID is the foreign key for this employee table, but it is a primary key for this department ID table. So we'll be building relationship between these two tables using department ID and retrieving the data. So here second normal form is basically the table should be in first normal form and there should not be partial dependency. So you guys clear or any doubt on this?
Clear, Arpita.
Okay. Now it is third normal form. So let me write first normal. Okay, I have written it already, second normal form. So what
Arpita,
is
just ask them a small question that what is every cell called in? Is it unique or not? Like these questions you ask, they'll just tell that it's clear, clear, clear. But then moving forward, they won't get small point, right?
what I didn't get you? Can you come up again?
Once you're completing, for example, you have completed normalization, ask them 2 to 3 questions so
Okay.
that they get some doubts and they'll ask some questions more, huh?
Okay, fine. I'll do that. So next is third normal form. So what is third normal form? Third normal form is the table should be following both 1NF and 2NF. Table should be in 1NF and second NF. You no need to explain all these steps. Only you know what is first NF, what is second NF, and what is third NF. That will be enough for you. Like if someone will ask, they will ask, what is the type of normalization? What are the type of normalizations? And you need to say that normalization is basically, it is a process to remove the redundancy to increase the efficiency and integrity of database. And there are three types of normal form. First, 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, and BCNF. 1NF, it is the single cell should have unique value. Second NF, there should not be any partial dependency. Third NF is there should not be any transitive dependency for non-prime attributes. So there should not be any transitive dependency for non-prime attribute. Okay, so let's go to the data. I'll create a data that is the student ID, student name. Next is subject ID. Student name. Subject ID, subject, then is address. So student ID will be mine, S1, S2, S3, S4, then student name, Alex, Ram, then Shyam. Next is Hari. Okay, subject ID, C11. Subject, SQL, Java, C++, Python. Address is Goa, Bangalore, Delhi, and Kochi. So, in this table, you can see there are five columns, that is student ID, student name, subject ID, and address. So, in this table, what is happening that the student ID, student name, student ID is the primary key, and the subject ID is also one more, it is there. So, this is particular primary key, and we'll say this is a candidate key. So, to avoid this, what we'll do, we'll divide this table into two parts, like student ID. Where is that? Student ID, student name, and subject ID and address locations will be in one table. Student ID, student name, subject ID is in one table, and the address is also in the same table. Then one more table will be creating with the subject ID and the subject. Subject ID and subject. So with this subject ID, we'll be building the relationship between these two tables. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one more concept called super key. What is super key? Super key is basically, suppose I am building a key with the combination of two key, like student ID and subject ID. I'll be building it and making it a single key. That is called composite key. That is, it is a combination of multiple key which will be identify unique rows. To identify the unique row, if I'll taking the two keys together, that is called composite key or the super key. Like here, you will see the student ID, the S1, subject, these two student ID and subject. If we'll do this student ID and the subject ID, these two, if I'll take combination, I'll be getting a unique record. But here I have only 4 values. But if you have multiple values, so you'll be having few duplicate as well. To avoid this, we'll be using two key together. That is called super key or composite key. Clear? Now it is coming to the BCNF. BCNF is, what is BCNF? BCNF is Boy's Code Normal Form. It is again, the table should be following all these normal. 1NF table should be in 1NF, 2NF, 3NF. Table should be in 1NF and 3NF. And every functional dependency that is like that each every functional dependency they like here in example we have taken the subject ID and student ID. This A has to be the super key of the particular table. Like these two should be the super key of the particular table. This is the for third NF. Super key. What is super key? It is a combination of multiple key present in the table. Clear? Now let me explain you what is basically the BCNF. So student ID, subject, then professor. Student ID S1, subject is SQL, professor is Professor Misra. Then S2 is Java. The professor is Professor Anand. S3 is C++. Professor Kranti. S4 is Java again. And again it is Professor Anand. Then S4 is DBMS. DBMS will be taught by again Professor. Okay, so you can see one student is of taking two subjects, Java and C++, and one professor is teaching two subjects. This particular, sorry, Professor Anand, he is teaching Java, and he is also teaching he is teaching Java, but one student is, this particular student, it is taking two subjects, Java and C++. So which is to avoid this, like will be here we have two values for the particular column. Like a student is this particular student is taking Java and he is taking C++ again, and this Java is taken by the Professor Anand. Again, he is taking, he is the same professor only. So to avoid this, what we'll do, we'll divide this table into two parts. One is we'll be putting the student ID, and we'll create one student table where we'll be having student ID and professor information. Student ID and professor information. S1, P1, S2, P2, S3, P3, S4, P4. This is the student information, professor ID and student information. This table name is student table. And the second one is the professor table. Here we'll be having the same professor IDs with the what subject they are offering and who is the professor. So students from P1, it is SQL, Java, and the same professor details. Here I was having multiple values. So to avoid this, I have created two values. That is two tables I have created. So there is no repeating values now. Here we are having repeating values for the professor and the for subject. Now I've divided in the table into two parts, the student ID and professor. Each has the unique values, and the professor table, I'll be having professor ID, subject and professor details. Here also we have unique values. So we'll be building relationship between these two tables and retrieving the data. So till this, and it is clear, or any doubt you guys have? Hello? Hello?
Yes, clear, Arpita.
So can anyone tell me what is normalization and what are the type of normalization? Who can tell? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me who is? Asha, can Ashwini tell me what is normalization and what are the type of normalization?
Yes, Arpita.
Yeah, go ahead.
There are three types of normalization. One is first normalization form. We have each row has a unique value.
Each column, each cell
Each
has
column,
unique
sorry,
value.
yeah,
Huh. Each cell has the unique
unique
values.
value.
Then go ahead.
And second normalization form will
Do not say like that. You need to say that the first normal form is the table is said to be 1NF if the each single shell should have unique values. Then you need to say the second normal form. The table is said to be in 2NF. Table will be into the first NF first. Then there should not be any partial dependency between the table. Third normal form is the table is said to be in third normal form. Table has to follow both first NF and second NF rules, and it's said to be in third NF. There should not be any transitive dependency between the tables. These all are three normal form. So anyone else can try?
Yes, Arpita, I'll try.
Yeah, go ahead. What is normalization and what are the type of normalization you need to say?
Normalization is basically which organizes the columns and tables of a database.
No,
And
normalization is basically to remove the redundancy of data to increase the efficiency and integrity of the database. Okay. It is the process of removing the redundant data to increase the efficiency and integrity of database. You need to say like that.
okay. And
Okay.
okay, types are, there are three types of INF. NF. First is first NF, where each column should have unique values. And second NF is it should follow the first NF, and then the table should not contain any partial dependency.
Yes.
And third NF was both, it should follow both first NF and second NF. And then the table should not be any transitive dependency
Between the
for
tables.
the
Okay.
table.
Yeah.
And the last you explained was BCNF.
BCNF, BCNF will be having every functional dependency. Like A has to be the super key of that particular table. Exact definitions, probably I'll say tomorrow. Exact definition, I'll say tomorrow for BCNF. But you should remove that. That should be this. It is the A. It is the A. Like if is the two tables are there, A and B, then A has to be the super key of the particular table.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll be moving to the some functions, important functions, which we'll be using as part of our ETL testing. Like you guys has already studied the aggregated functions. Like, can anyone say what are the aggregated function? What are the aggregated function you guys have studied in your SQL? Can anyone come up?
Max of min,
Average.
Max, then
min,
min,
Sum,
sum,
count,
Average.
count,
Average.
average,
Count.
average, count already I've written.
Okay.
Count, average. Okay. Now we'll be learning today some string functions. Let me open it. The string functions. Yeah, string functions. So for string functions, let me start it. Okay. Let me create some labels. Okay, let's start with the ASCII. What is ASCII? ASCII will return code of a given character. Okay, you know, right? You for A you will be having particular values. Like for like A will be having some values in its ASCII value is there. So suppose you want to see what ASCII will do. It return the ASCII code of a character. So suppose if I am writing over here. Select ASCII of A. What value you are getting? 65. So it will show you, the ASCII function will show the ASCII, the character values for this particular alphabet, whatever. Suppose you want to see, suppose you want to show the, you want to see the ASCII values for Z. Z. So you can type select ASCII and it will give you the ASCII values of this. So ASCII is basically, it will give the return the ASCII code of a given character. ASCII is what? It returns the ASCII code of given character. Okay. Now its opposite is car. Opposite is car. What car will do? You need to put values, like I need to put values for 40, 45. Then it will give me the values like this. Suppose wait a minute, suppose if I'm giving the values for same, suppose 65 we saw, like for A, right? Suppose I'm giving character value for the 65, then it will give me the ASCII value for this here. It is the reverse. ASCII will give the ASCII value to the character value, character will give the character to the ASCII value. This is both are reverse. Now coming to the L trim. What is L-trim? If
Uh,
L-trim,
Arpita, can you explain this char again? Returns the value of ASCII, not the char, right?
ASCII, ASCII will return the values for
Or
for this particular character value. It will give the ASCII value for this particular alphabet A. What is
yes.
the ASCII value for that? It return the ASCII function will return that one. Okay, but character is the reverse of that. You need to provide the ASCII value of one character. It will give you the which that ASCII value
Oh,
belongs to which character.
character, right? Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Okay, so ASCII and character is clear. So what ASCII will do? ASCII will give you the value of a character, and the character function will give you the value of the character ASCII value of that particular character, whichever you are mentioning it. For that, it will give you the corresponding ASCII value. So anyone has doubt for this ASCII and character? Anyone has doubt?
No, Arpita.
Okay, let's go to the L trim. What is L trim will we do? L trim will be removing the any extra spaces there in the left hand side. Then it will be removing the space from that particular string. For example, if I'll give like this, select see here it removed the space and you have it has written it has retrieved it. So this is called altrim. It will remove the extra space from this. Let me create one table. There is a person table. Yeah. Let me create this table. Let me insert few data from this. Okay. Now let's insert few values to this. Let's put some space for this Einstein. Then we do provide this purpose. Okay. Now select star from person. We have some space over here. Now let's use this select L trim. Okay, L trim name. From persons. You can see the space got removed for this. Okay, let me show you everything. I'll trim name as a first name. Comma star. So you can see the difference. Okay. I have derived a new column called first name. This first name I have used L-trim, whereas the name column doesn't, I have not used L-trim. So you can see before name, before Einstein, there is some space. But when I use L-trim, the space got removed and I can see there is no space in the first name for Einstein. So L-trim function generally used to remove the spaces which is present in the left side. Okay. Is there any spaces is there? It will trim the spaces. It will remove the spaces and retrieve the data. Anyone has any doubt?
It's only on left side, not on
It
right.
is on left. No. That for right will be using separate functions. This
Okay.
is only the for left. Clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Arpita.
next we'll be going for the R trim. This is for R trim. So R trim, what it does, it will remove the extra spaces present in the right hand side. For example, if you see for USA, I have put some extra space. So that will be removed by select R trim country name from persons. So, and let's put, I want to show you the difference as well. So put like this. See, if I see here, where is my country name? Country name is here, but you cannot like recognize that much for this right hand side space because I here is like it is the end of the sentence, so it is very hard to differentiate it. But R-trim removes the spaces from the right hand side. Whatever the spaces is there in right hand side, it will remove the spaces. For that we'll be using R-trim. And there is one more function called trim. The trim function will be doing anything, any spaces present between this particular character. Trim function will do is any spaces present in between the string. For example, I'll be writing select my name, Arpita. I have Purohit. Okay. So if I am writing like this, then what will do that it will, sorry, I have not used trim. Okay. So it will remove the spaces. I was having more spaces. Let me put. Oh, why it is not working? Let me try something over here in this particular table only. Update person set. What is the column name? Set name equal to suppose Dickens. Where? What is the ID for this? Where person equal to 2. Persons equal to 2. Okay, now select start from persons. Yeah, I have added some space. Now let's see. Select trim. Still I have space. Let me check the trim. Why trim is not working? I'll let you know in tomorrow's class why trim is not working. So basically L trim is the remove the blank on the left hand side, and the R trim will be removing the right hand side of the given character expression. So L trim and R trim is clear. Trim, I'll see why it is not working. Why it is not working? I'll check and I'll let you know. But L trim, R trim, character and ASCII, is it clear?
Yeah.
Clearer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me teach you upper and lower today, and we'll be wrap up for the day. Tomorrow we'll see some other functions. So what is upper? Upper will be giving the letter, whatever the letter present for the particular strings, it will be showing it in the uppercase. That upper function will be showing the letter present for the string in uppercase. For example, select upper name from persons. So if we'll see comma stars, I'll put upper as name in uppercase. Name uppercase. Okay. So comma stars so that you will be able to differentiate the difference. See, if you'll see this name in uppercase, it is showing in all the name, it is coming in the uppercase. But here, this is the actual name column. This I have the derived column. So here you can see the first letter was in uppercase and the all are in the lowercase. But here it is, everything is coming in the uppercase if I'll use the upper function. So upper function does what? It will be convert all character to the uppercase character. Then the lower functions. What lower function does? Lower functions will be putting all the character into the lowercase. For example, let's put country as new country from persons, comma. See, here if you'll see the country, all are coming in the lowercase. Original country was in the like it is in the upper and lower format, but here if you'll see, it is like lowercase, right? It is in everything is in lowercase. One more function is called there is called int cap. That is like it like how you are seeing for the country, the first letter will be in upper and the last four letter will be in the last letter. First letter will be in the uppercase and rest of the letter will be in lowercase. But in SQL Server, this function doesn't exist. If you are working on the Oracle or any other database, this function will also exist. It will show you the first letter in the uppercase and the rest of the letter will be in the lowercase. So today we'll be closing our session with this. Tomorrow I'll be discussing about reverse, replace, length, car index, substrings. Then we'll be having left, right, replace function. These all things we'll be discussing tomorrow. Apart from that, there will be some date time functions. I'll be discussing it. What is the date type function? What is day, month, year, all these stuffs. Then I'll be discussing something related to the joins. Like I'll be not discussing what is join and all. With one example, I'll be discussing one important interview questions. Then we'll be going to the views, then set operators, Windows functions, and subqueries you guys know, but I'll tell you little bit because it's subquery and joins are very important. So I'll be telling you little bit, not more detailed way. So subquery, index also I'll be teaching you. So few concept we'll be covering in 2 classes. So today and tomorrow, and today I have like Wednesday will be I'll be teaching few SQL concept. After that, we'll go to the ETL concept and I'll show you one workflow, how loading from the data from the source to till and how to run the jobs in ADF. I'll show you. Let me see in SSIS, I'll show you few transformations. What are the transformations we are going to discuss as part of ETL? I'll be showing few transformations in SSIS. Okay. Guys, tomorrow please read and come. So I'll be asking questions, whatever I have covered so far. First, 15 minutes, I'll ask the questions. Then I will be continuing with the new chapter. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Arpita.
Arpita, could you
Everybody.
could you provide the questions so it will be like easier for us to prepare?
No. You read this one, I'll ask the question. If I'll give you the question and you will read, then that will be not used. Whatever I've given in the PDF, you read that one. I'll ask you the question so that you will come to know.
Okay,
Now,
so
what are the question?
okay, that was the test for tomorrow.
I'll ask the question. I'm not going to take any text, but if for SQL part, I'll giving every day some assignment. You guys has to do it at home and send it to me. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'll give few assignment, few SQL query. I'll give you some scenario. You guys need to write the SQL script and show it to me in next class. Everyone has to share the screen and show it to me. Okay.
Okay, Arpita.
Okay, fine. Tomorrow you guys read and come. I'll definitely going to ask. There should not be any excuses that we didn't study or something. Spend some 15-20 minutes. It will be enough for you, not more than that.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's wrap up for today. Tomorrow we'll see again at 8 o'clock. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Arpita.
Thank you, Arpita.
Thank you.